back to solving politics. You've seen some of my past videos, where I'm probably the only YouTube creator that gives you solid plans on how to end gun control, end leftist media, end illegal immigration, end leftist crapacademia. No, I mean crapacademia, to be honest with you. End the climate change scam and how to cut trillions in spending. The only one on YouTube giving you answers. Well, as a Republican voter, it's time to move on to some other things. Like, why in the world is the Republican Party? If you're a Republican voter or the party, you're nothing but a piñata or a punching bag for the left all day, every day. Turn on any of our pundits and commentators. You'll never hear anything more from them. Look what the left's doing to us today. Really? Then solve it. Stop the problem, fix it, or go find another job. Because honestly, I'm sure I speak for a lot of you, and I'm tired of hearing our political party on the right that all it does is whine as we get walked all over. What are they worrying about right now? Well, winning the presidential election. Well, guess what? I don't think that's more than 5 or 10% of the political power in this country. What's the other 90-95%? The media out of New York City mainly, academia, the entertainment industry, pop culture, the Ivy stockracy, social media platforms, big tech, corporate sponsors, billionaire donors, fact-checking organizations, Wikipedia, the Catholic Church, the woke U.S. Armed Forces, National Football League, National Basketball League, Major League Baseball, the United Nations, the European Union, the royal family. All of those combined, we've got about zero influence. No wonder why the Republican Party's had almost zero permanent accomplishments in the last 100 years. Everything Trump did when he was president was gone within a few months after he left office. And if he were to go ahead and win this next election, guess what? Within a few short months afterwards, it'll all be gone. That's assuming much gets done. Because remember what happened the last time when he was president? I mean, I hope he does win against Biden. But do you remember what happened last time? Do you remember? The Republicans had the House, the Senate, the Judiciary, state and local governments, state legislatures, and state judicial offices, and they still spend almost 100% of their time whining about the left. Because as I just mentioned to you, it's not even where 90 to 95% of the power is in this country. Well, we're going to talk about ways where you can make a difference. Yeah, you. And you're not going to need politicians to do it. You're not going to need legislation. It can be done grassroots. And you're not going to have to worry about politicians messing it up as they always will. It'll be something you have full control over. So let's start with part 1, which is going to be what's really wrong with the Republican Party. Part 2 will be how to take down the Democrats. Part 3 will be how to fix it. And part 4 will be me showing you how you can do it yourself. Because cradle to grave, entitlements was last century and a colossal failure. Let me give you a little bit of a tip-off to what later parts, part 3 and 4, are going to be about. Cradle-to-grave app and web-based solutions are going to be the future. Role models, blogging, tutorials, webinars, podcasts by successful members of each ethnicity and demographic for their individual needs. Not making the mistake of the Democratic Party, which just throws people's money at problems to keep those poor people out of those rich white left-wing neighborhoods mainly. No welfare bombs at the Kennedy compound. No people on Section 8 housing flying on those big private jets with the Learjet leftists like the Obamas, the Clintons, the Bidens. And not screwing up like the Republican Party. A worthless one-size-fits-all political ideology that thinks old white guys' problems are the top of everyone else's lists. Wrong. The United States has over 1/3 of a billion people in this country. It is 125% the size of Europe. The right has mastered one special interest group. Older, white, Protestant, tax-paying, almost always married with kids, middle America. And I understand how you ended up like this, because one fact tells us everything. Who's owned politics in this country since day one? 44 out of the 46 presidents of the United States have been old, white, Protestant, married men with kids. So no wonder why that's your default setting every time you open your mouth. But guess what, Republican Party? We all don't have the same problems. And taking down leftists, that's simple once you learn what to do. We'll get into that in later episodes. For now, we're going to talk about what's wrong with the Republican Party.